Schweppes brand was created in 1783. We've had a presence here in Australia for well over 100 years. We have a reputation for making and delivering premium quality beverages, and we aim to work closely with all of our customers to make their experience with us a positive one. Schweppes Australia operates about 15 DCs around the country. We receive a range of beverage products from our factories in every state, and we distribute them locally to around 30,000 customers. The Archerfield site operates generally 5 days a week, 24 hours a day, and we tend to average around 40 people working at that facility. We can pick up to 16,000 cases every day. We deal with about 5,000 customers out of Archerfield, and on a national basis we deal with around 30,000. We see ourselves being a leading edge technology operator, delivering premium, healthy beverages to our customers.
Prior to RDS, we used to use a manual process of paper pick. The pickers would get their manual pick sheet and they'd have to go through that and product by product and pack route work out the best way to fit that onto the amount of pallets they were allocated from the transport company. This process would take 10 to 15 minutes. Due to a lot of the Schweppes products, descriptions are very similar, so if the picker didn't take the time to read it correctly, he would be directed to the wrong location, which then, especially for a main load where you're picking multiple customers' orders at one location, if you make an error, you make an error for every customer on that delivery for the day. Under the old system, it was hard to trace stock due to the fact that we had multiple SKUs and pallets in each location. Even though the system would say we would pick from one pallet, we physically could have picked from a different pallet. So when we had to do a batch recall, we were very limited the visibility of what went out to what customer.
The key challenges around the implementation from the Schweppes perspective was getting the pallet build right. Under our previous system, the pickers would decide how to build the pallets depending on the size of the orders. Now that had to be done by the Dexion RDS system. The Dexion RDS system is a completely paperless system, and it's a seamless interface with our SAP system. Under the old way, everything was done on paper with numerous SAP transactions, and it wasn't in real time. The Dexion RDS system has already shown us to have some improvements in allocating of resources and in productivity and in accuracy. In our first week of running the system, we had a 90% reduction in errors that we saw from previous week. From a Schweppes perspective, the implementation was quite easy. We're very fortunate here to have a very engaged and very keen team who embraced the new technology, so they really wanted to get into the system as soon as they can. We also had a lot of help from Dexion in the 6 weeks leading up to the implementation, and they continued to support us during the go-live period.
At Schweppes we were looking to enhance our case pick activity. We went through a competitive tender process, if you like, to find a partner. In the end we thought that Dexion offered us the best mix of commercial terms, but also a real understanding of our business and a willingness to actually move with us down a path of improving our case pick activity. Dexion had a critical role in our implementation as a on-site support, development of test scenarios, going through the testing process, but also in the lead up to the implementation. And Dixon's approach to that was really one of a partner, as we expected them to be. They were flexible, innovative, and just continue to work with us on the solution.
One of the benefits of the system is that each operator sets their own voice template as part of the training. This way the system can identify how they say different words and different numbers, so there's no fear from any of the operators that it may not understand what they're saying. Under the old system, flavour errors were the biggest cause of problems for us. We would pick a Pepsi when it should be Pepsi Max, or we'd pick 7-Up lemonade instead of Schweppes lemonade. It was also the biggest difficulty we had with training new operators was to be able to identify the 400 different products that we have in the warehouse. One of the great features of the new system is that we can train somebody to pick in a much shorter time than our old paper system. We were setting up a voice template for a new operator in about 10 minutes, and with supervision, a new picker can pick on their own within about 20 minutes. Under our paper system, it would take up to 2 weeks for us to be fully confident that a picker could work completely unsupervised.
Under the new system, the picker is given a pick list. On this label, it tells them what pack groups and how much per pack group they've got to pick.
Ready.
Take winter ID.
03.
03, correct.
Yes.
Labels okay.
The pickers are directed to where they're going by a headset, so there's no more manual intervention. They don't need to try and find the right location. The system directs them to the right location. They confirm that by using the check digit. The system tells how many cartons they need to pick. They have to confirm this back to the system, saying a carton count, and then it also directs them if they have to wrap the order or if they have to stage the order.
Yes.
Go to location 3101.
94.
Big 1.
1.
Go to location 7171.
Description.
Product sugar free lemonade 1250. Go to location 3150.
49.
1.
1.
Go to location 3152.
You're given the one pallet order. You approach the location that's given to you, and then you're given the check digit. You say the check digit. It then tells you to pick what you need, the quantity you need. You repeat the quantity back to the voice itself. It will then tell you to move to the next location. 47.
67.
It definitely is more accurate because the one pallet you're given, and it will always say the number you need to the product you need. And you can always check back by saying that number. 7.
Go to location 3118.
And then if you're incorrect or if you are correct, it will tell you immediately. So it's definitely way more accurate than paper.
It's just less paperwork you have to do. You just pretty much just listen to what she says and just go to where she says and just stick a piece of paper on the front of your pallet when you're finished, and that's all.
The use of voice has made my job easier because you're not using the paperwork, so all you need to think about is just pulling up the location it gives you, saying the check digit and picking the quantity you need.
Using voice in the warehouse has allowed us greater accuracy. We get to see the workload at the start of the day, and we can flex our casual labour force around this rather than waiting end of the day and seeing how much work we've got. Allowed us greater accuracy for our customer deliveries, so we are delivering to customers in full and allowing us success in store.
Schweppes are expecting productivity benefits for our pickers with the reduction of downtime. We're already seeing improvements in productivity and replenishment of the pick race. In percentage terms, we're expecting that our pick rate will increase by around about 20%.
You can definitely see it is a lot quicker. As a trainee, I know that from training paper and also training invoice picking, you pick it up a lot faster, and also picking is a lot faster too. It's a lot smoother.
The old system to prepare their work before they started picking would take 10 to 15 minutes. So throughout the day we could lose, up to an hour.
You have your mindset on the one task and you just move task by task each time.
Previously I'd have to manually go through each worker's paper, add up all their cartons for the day, add those cartons together, work out how many hours they're done, whereas now I press one button and I get all that productivity report straight away at one click of a button.
From an overall business perspective, the biggest benefit of voice was the opportunity to fully integrate all of our systems along the path of case picking. As a result, we're now more efficient, we're more accurate, we have better batch control at our pick face, and we're providing probably a safer work environment for our people. One of the benefits of voice is it's provided us with the opportunity to implement real-time replenishment. What we're now doing is we're taking a pallet from our bulk location and scanning it directly into the pick face, where previously it was placed into the pick face and subsequently moved a number of times. As a result of that, we can now put a timestamp on when a particular batch went into the pick face, and we can actually look at the system and see which shipments were picked off that pallet. We've got a lot closer to real batch control than ever previously before.